I'm going to be bold and adventurous here, okay? Doing stuff live, you never know how it's going to screw up. and I reminded some people that it's directly proportional. The success is directly proportional to how many people are actually watching. Okay.
So is this? Are we now seeing an internet connection?
Yes. This is an internet connection to this building. This is actually the Volpe Consortium's page. Okay, my company. We can see that I have. I sent out 54 tweets, so I'm not like tweetaholic here. I've got 1,705 people follow me, I'm following, and I've got 2,349 followers. We're going to actually watch this number grow, and I'm going to actually show you how you can go about creating traffic, literally now, instantly, and making things happen. The internet is about information products. Now, I give a lot of stuff away. In fact, I've got salespeople going, "Do you really want to give all this stuff away? You just gave away 3 hours of really great content that I knew nothing about." And I'm like, yes, I want to give that away, because if someone decides to go ahead and spend $8,000 for a year's worth of program with me, they know if I'm giving this much away, what's that year going to look like? Absolutely, give that stuff away. Does anyone know how much a list is worth? Benchmark.
Cost of customer acquiring. It's like $30.
$1 per person per month. That's benchmark.
So if I knew someone who had a spirituality list with 5,000 members,
you should be looking at $5,000 a month. $1 per person per month. That is benchmark. That's what you should measure yourself by. Now, maybe you're only 60 cents or whatever, but you should be measuring yourself by $1 per person per month. But if I'm a criminal lawyer trying to, tell you about something, I'm probably not sending out a lot of tweets. So you have to really pick your tool. This is going to be about live traffic, and I'm going to show you some stuff here and how to use this if it happens to be in your repertoire and something that you can use. And so to that effect, I see that, okay, look at this. I got 54 tweets. I got 1,705 followers. I got 1,705 people I'm following, 2,349 followers. Now, I'm about to show you some ways to make this happen. Every time I get a new tweet, and every new girlfriend I have hates me for it, because they come in all night long, I get a text message. This is the reason I have this phone up here. Okay? Which can happen at 2 o'clock in the morning, or 3 o'clock in the morning, or things of that nature. And so it alerts me, hey, I got someone on my list. Now, at $1 per person per month, that's $12 a tweet. $12 a person to just saying, hey, I'm on there. This is a Galaxy Note 2. Otherwise known affectionately as the mini iPad. Okay?
notice I don't like to wear my glasses.
And you can zoom into the screen too, okay? I mean, I can probably turn it in and you can turn it on, you can still see the screen up here.
There's going to be a huge market as soon as people realize that as you get older, you're harder to read, but you don't get dumber.
Right?
The AARP magazine is full of these dumbed down poems. No one is saying, we'll give you bigger text.
Oh,
but
guys, let's be really honest about this. I was at Compaq when we created the iPad. Okay? IPAQ, iPad. It was this big. Okay? And then everything got smaller and smaller and smaller. And it's like, and we finally got to the Motorola Razr, and it's like, ooh, cool, look at my small, sleek phone, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden we started adding internet to it. And what did they started to do? They started to get bigger and bigger and bigger. We're right back to the same size with more technology, okay? Because we needed the visual aspect. So this is the same size as that iPad that I had when they first came out, and they didn't have mobile capability on them.
Not to mention the RS model, whatever it was, the old series.
Yeah, it's like a 3-com palm pillar right here. Only now it's got cameras and stuff.
They got really, really small. Same with the little MP3 music player.
Yeah.
I don't even remember those they're called.
The micros or something.
I don't want to. So Don,
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought the start this and they got smaller balls, so I don't know why I keep losing that.
Yeah.
So I think your phone's like, even an iPhone 5 is a little bit too small.
Right. Yeah, I think you had a question.
Zoom technology, so that's what my partner is the previous senior technical director for HomeLink.
Okay.
And he's coding that technology as we speak.
Everyone else is really sucks. So reading that song,
Right.
And it's about managing data on the backside.
Sure.
To feed to the mobile device.
Sure.
And obviously you can't download that 20 megapixel picture. You can't download that. So what you need to do is micro download these very small areas that we're looking.
Yes.
And it's about developing that technology, and he's taking some existing technologies and recoding them for that usage. So we've got that now.
And I've got something stuck in the back of my head to go with that, which you might want to share with people if it works with you as a partnership type of thing.
We'll be licensing out.
There's a company in Israel. You would have to send me an email on it if you want the specifics, because I'd have to dust off that part of my brain. But there's a company in Israel that says if your data plan is costing you too much money, okay, if you run it through us, and it's only like for $1 or $2, it's cheap, right? We're going to compress the data and then send it to you. That way it doesn't come out of your data plan. Okay, but there's actually a service for that. So if you guys are interested in that, hit me with an email and I'll dust off that part of my head and tell you who that is. But they came out with that it's been about 12 months now. It's been about 12 months. So how many people are actually big Twitter guys? Anyone do you have Twitter accounts? Okay, everyone's got a Twitter account. That's good. Good. Twitter's kind of like the short message thing, right? I mean, it's like this is like your text message blog, 140 characters or 160. I always get it turned around. I'm a little dyslexic like that, but I think it's 140 characters. Yeah. And of course, this is a free account. Okay, this is a free account. You can kind of do this like little background page that I've got and stuff like that. So, someone with a cell phone. Let's test that I'm actually working here. Send me any kind of text message to. Okay, we're beeping. This is good.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
Ignore the tone.
I'm a big fan of Swift-key.
Excuse me.
So here I am, right? I mean, things are coming in. Now, like I said, I do have Twitter set up that when people join, they'll actually tweet. Okay, so we're going to do this live. Okay, as we're going through here trying to build our list, okay, we should be getting text messages and tweets. So, let me. Do we have anyone who considers themselves a Twitter expert here? No. No. Okay. Let me give you a rundown on this.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
Let's see if it's Twitter. All right, everyone see the tweets? Everyone see the messages you guys sent me? Bam, Twitter message is coming in right now.
You have a text message.
Instant list building.
So we made $12.
$12 a tweet. $12 a ring right there.
Pay for my sugar burger.
See? They come in.
Okay.
Yeah. You start building the list
You
instantly.
can sell it as a list building tool instead of a point of interaction, because obviously there's too many incoming tweets for you to actually interact with the person.
No, you don't.
Let me give you, and I like to, and forgive me if I'm paraphrasing because I like to understand your question, and it just comes from me, it just becomes the trainer in me, okay? I think you're asking me, okay, what's the usefulness of burning up my time listening to this guy's dog? Okay, that type of thing. Dennis and I had a conversation today as we were coming down here because we were talking about salespeople. I told you I'm hiring salespeople. And, the old salesperson kind of guy was like, he'd go in there and it's like, oh, she got a new haircut. She's got a couple of kids. And it's like, one of them's sick right now. Maybe I need some flowers or something, okay? So you need to disseminate for yourself whether or not their information is useful. Now, using this tool, though, here's what I would say to you. You need to be more concerned about whether or not they think your information is useful. You see what I'm saying? Okay, I just did a new blog post. I'm going to send it out to my list. I'm going to look at my Google Analytics. Do I see a peak when I send it out to my list? Off on a Saturday afternoon, live and in person, where you can start to generate stuff immediately. And you've got a common ground here. This guy, Ryan probably doesn't even know how big his following is compared to people like a Rush Limbaugh. He's got over 200,000 people. Rush has got like 600,000.
How about Jenna Marbles?
Yeah, no doubt, right?
Jenna.
No, he's got a huge base there, you know, and that's something to really drive from. And that's what a lot of people are having problems with. It's like, I get what my product's going to be. I get what my message is. I get how I can even put it out there on a YouTube thing. And I put it out there, and we've all been, you know, of that age and mindset or heard it before, you know, if you build it, they will come, and that's crap. Okay, that's absolute crap. Okay? They won't come just because they built it. They have to know that you have the better damn tool. You know, and so as long as you can get your message out there and increase your following, then the next time you're like, I've got this post that you might want to check out. Okay? And if you go here, then you'll actually have some free training. And by all means, don't think that just because you sent out free training a month ago, that they know about it this month. You know, come on. I mean, how many lists have we all been on? You get it like 3 times a week, like every week.
What happens when you agree Linda Smith? You agree to follow Linda Smith.
Uh-huh.
Now, what happens tomorrow on your Twitter? Do you get text messages saying Linda Smith made a tweet?
If I'm following her and she tweets, yes, I will. Now, no, wait a minute. Okay, you asked specifically about the text message. I will only get the text message about her tweet if I'm on a smartphone and I set my phone and my account up that way.
Right. So,
because you do have a charge for, I mean, I have unlimited text messages, so I don't care. Okay? But you do have some ways to control that because there are charges for, and here we go, right? You do have some charges that are associated with it, so you can control that.
You could set it up that the fact that you're a follower just means it shows up on your Twitter page. And
right, and you have to log in from a computer. Right. Okay, and you don't even have to have these tweets coming that someone joined my list. You don't even have to have those as notifications.
So theoretically, you never have to pay any attention to Linda Smith ever again, unless she chooses to follow you.
Right. Now, does anyone? And I don't. But does anyone remember what my follower number was?
Slightly higher than 23 something. Slightly higher than your.
All right, so we're at 2351 now. So you can see it's growing, real time. You know, boom, boom, boom.
Because those people you follow sort of,
They're coming in.
Of obligation decided to follow you.
No, it's like so. For example, if they had been an auto follow, you wouldn't have seen me go through. I probably went through 100 people there. You wouldn't have seen me go through that many with a lag. So someone got a text message on their phone that says, "Hey, so and so just followed you," and they went, "No shit, that's what he does. Cool. I'll follow him back. You know, I want to be a part of that community."
Now, when it comes to local,
Mm-hmm.
do you do the same process?
Yes, you can do the same process. Now, do we know that the people I just turn around and say click, 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 click down on, okay, are all Austinites? No, we don't. Okay? However, let's say it this way, okay? If I wanted to search on Austinites and reduce this search down or something like that and start putting some hashtags in there and things of that nature, you can filter this list. Everyone follow me on that? Hashtags and stuff? Okay? And hashtags get created all the time. I mean, and they'll even tell you what's trending, who to follow, and if they see the kind of people you're following, they'll even offer you suggestions. But look at this, they'll even tell you trends.
So show us how to filter that list for Austinites?
Let me see if I can say this.
You just search your list.
Yeah, I mean, you know, every search engine is about the same, right? And it's like all of a sudden, boom, I'm starting to get I'm starting to get the typical drop down for Google, right? You know, now does anyone want? Let me tell you another thing. I don't care what tool you use, okay? YouTube, by the way, bought by Google, okay? Google, Yahoo, Bing, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, okay? Google Plus. All of these search engines basically work the same. Algorithms are different. Frontal-facing user interface, including Amazon and Walmart, who are going to duke it out for the universe on the internet, okay, all work the same. Why? Because Google taught us how to search. Google taught us how to search. So, for example, LinkedIn. We had a question here, okay? If I'm on LinkedIn, am I looking for William H. Volpe III? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I actually was in the top 5% of profiles that was viewed in 2012. Top 5% of 200 million people. So what I'm telling you comes from real traffic. I was in the top 5% of 2012 LinkedIn profiles viewed for all of 2012 out of 200 million people. And when they go looking for me, were they looking for William H. Volpe III when they asked me to go do training? Hell no. They were looking for a project management guy who's got a PMP, did some training, and has some international experience. And I came to the top. You know, most recruiters will put in about 7 different keywords so that they can shorten that list to 3 to 5 people. And I come to the top because that's how I built the profile. You know, that's how I built the profile. But what is most bands, and I love to pick on bands a little bit because we're live music capital of the world, right? What do most bands and bars do in Austin, Texas? Well, I'm on video. I'm XYZ band, okay? I'm XYZ band, and so I say my website is www.xyz.com, right? Well, no. If I don't know about you, why the hell would I be looking for you? Okay? Maybe I want North Austin, Texas live music. Okay? Long tail keywords, right? I want to show up as XYZ band when you're looking for North Austin, Texas live music. I don't want to show up for XYZ band when you're looking for XYZ band. I want to drive traffic. This is why people got to think about those little intricacies that we've all heard and we've really never processed. Okay? That's the SEO aspect. Okay? Be it in Twitter, okay? Be it in LinkedIn or anywhere else. All of these tools work the same way. If you're focused and you need to build your little, your little valiant icon, your little creature character that represents your customer, if your focus is North Austin live music, then everything you do is got to be about North Austin live music. It's not about my name or your name or anything else. It's like, great, you're going to build a brand yourself, but Bon Jovi didn't start out being Bon Jovi. People weren't just looking for him. They were like, hey, they're just a local band. You got to go check them out. You need to be found when they're looking for that kind of venue or that kind of service or that kind of whatever your market is. You have to think that people are going to look for me. And we kind of trained the whole world, frankly, into thinking about that. And I'm going to show you a very good example, and I can do this because I used to be their CIO and I've left and not much has changed. But I'm going to show you a real world example right here.
Do you have a sense of, or any data on what percentage of the Twitter people actually set
Twits?
up?
I like to call them twits.
Text message when you get a tweet.
Okay, say that one more time so I make sure I heard it right.
I have a Twitter account.
Okay.
I never look. I never post. I did it so my name I would look.
Sure.
Right. So I don't get text messages when people tweet.
Do you want to know who? Do you want to know how I ended up starting to do that?
Or like you, and what percentage are like me?
If you're Gen Y, really high. Here's what you see happens, okay, as the businesses get smaller. As businesses get smaller, networking has to get larger. Because we have to focus on our own core capabilities. This is what I'm good at. Everything else doesn't make me money. I need to farm that out, which is the online marketing piece. Now, there's a couple of different reasons that you want to learn about online marketing. Either A, you want to do it for yourself and know what you're doing. B, you want to do it for someone else. Or C, when you farm it out to somebody, you want to at least know they're doing a good job. Okay? Those are the 3 things when it comes down to business. You want to at least know they're doing a good job. That way you can focus on what you're doing and you know how to measure it and manage it. This comes from the business analysis side of me, okay, as a certified business analyst. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. Okay? These things can be...
Excuse me, boss. You have a text.
Obviously, a lot of people are waking up at 2 o'clock to go to the pub, but...
Yeah, though, it's about figuring out who your market segment is. So
that's your avatar.
So if somebody gave you a product, like I have a product right now I can show you, and one of the partners mentions it,
Sure.
and it's it's kind of like, okay, fine, tell me who the customer segment is.
Sure.
All right, great. Which social platform should we be using? Okay, how much budget needs to be spent in this PPC the project manager, time, talent, treasurer. So how much time needs to be spent? Do I need to hire an individual? What growth rate? What ROI can I expect on various levels of investment?
Right.
So these are the questions that I'd love to get my answers on.
Absolutely. And I'm going to fall back, and this is kind of the reason you see me doing project management up here and then talking to small business. So if I say project management in the most small business, you know what I'm saying because you come from a corporate environment, and you probably got it too. But if I say, well, you came from tech, so I mean, if I say project management to most small businesses, they're like, what the hell are you talking about, man? I don't need any of that shit, and it's not gonna gel, okay? If I turn around and say, this is what brings dollars into your house, they go, okay, you got my attention. Boom, right? But you have to start with, what's your demographic? You don't know how many places I've walked into. This place, they know their identity. This is who we are. We're a sports bar. We got a nice little meeting room. We're centrally located, and we know who the hell we are. I have walked into a lot of dive bars, right, that are just like, we're the local bar, we pull people in, and I really don't know who the hell we are. We have a ladies' night, we have pool tables, we try and bring in live music, and we got some big screens up here. Are you a live music venue, or are you a sports bar, or are you a what? You don't know who the hell you are. And if you don't know who the hell you are, and you think every customer is the right customer, which is a big thing to do as a small business, instant failure, okay? Because when you start out as a small business, a lot of people like to see any dollar that comes in is the right dollar. Horseshit. Okay, I've had 5 businesses. Any dollar that comes in is not the right dollar. All right? You need to know who your customer is. And sometimes you have to go, you know what, I have someone that might be able to help you, but that's not necessarily what we do. And be very polite about it because they might refer you to somebody else. Even if they're not your customer, they're going to refer you to somebody else. Okay? And say, but that's not exactly what we do. But I hear I've got this guy who could possibly help you out, much like a meetup group or anything else, and say, you might want to give him a call. Let me give you his number. And be polite about it. But you have to know who your avatar is.
Right.
Okay?
So let's take, if you don't mind, I don't want to be selfish, but I want to say, let's take somebody else. Let's take Greg. Greg has information products, training products.
I think yours are in internet marketing, right? Yeah.
So, what would you say, Greg, about his products and marketing? If he just came to you and said, hey, I'm a designer, let's take him back. I know he's more skilled now, but let's take him back and say, I'm a designer, I've created these products, I've been able to get them up on Udemy. Now, how do I market these? How do I drive traffic to me? Instead of we've been focusing on local business, and I think it's important, but all of us are looking more towards internet marketing. So,
well, actually, he's taking some very good steps. Okay, I mean, and he's also said that hey, I've got a problem with traffic, and I think that's the reason you were actually talking to Lee, right? I mean, it was the traffic thing. So, I mean, do you want to talk to that? Because I know that a lot of what you're going to have to say came right from Lee.
Yeah, I haven't been on the calls in a couple of weeks, but I was just kind of thinking, kind of sucks now because I'm kind of late, but there's Stumble Upon, which is highly targeted traffic. Unfortunately, I just had to look at like their terms and conditions, like they don't allow any like.
It's huge.
They may have a year ago, which sucks now, but like I can still drive traffic to my courses, I think. And then that allows you to target like so design course I can target to people searching for design and stuff, and that's like some really quality traffic because unlike Facebook or somewhere or Google Ads where you're paying for an ad, the people that are using Stumble Upon, like they're engaged, they're looking for new things. So
right.
Got some really good traffic to tap into if you can find a way to advertise with them.
Sure. Now, are you asking me specifically about if he wants to deliver his products locally or deliver his products nationwide?
Well, he's nationwide. So this,
Right.
I'm asking for a 0 to 60 plan, and I understand short summer, you can't do everything, but
Sure.
it's like, here's what I would do over a 30, 60, 90-day area to ramp him quickly. Because
Sure. But are we talking nationwide or Austin, Texas?
I imagine nationwide because it's a ubiquitous product. It doesn't have to be.
Okay, there's a couple things I would do there, and that comes from a training background, okay? I would start doing a lot of face-to-face, okay? Because, let's face facts. The people that are actually making money on the internet are using the internet as a marketing tool and not just saying, I'm going to sell you an ebook like we saw, say, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, right? Here's your $8 ebook, I'm going to get rich tomorrow. That type of thing. I heard in the introductions.
So how many followers did you pick up in 30 minutes?
Let's see. It's been beeping away.
Step out in the room for a second.
I got 7.
7 in 30 minutes?
Yep, I got 7 here.
They're
Cool.
18.
You got 18? There you go, see?